Alright, I am now back live here. I had to deal with some technical difficulties, but anyways, let me get the radar back on here. There we go. Alright, nice, 3 viewers. Alright, let's see if there we go. Alright. We now have a tornado warning for Biggs and Mounds in Oklahoma. We had a few tornadoes across the Tulsa Metro just a little bit ago. This storm looks like it's not as significant anymore. But it does seem like our event is finally starting to ramp up quite a bit here. We only have a couple mesoscale discussions, but that probably will change over the coming hours as we get even more activity. We should have a new SPC outlook out any time now. How many tornado reports have we had today? 10 tornado reports, mostly Michigan, and then a couple in Oklahoma. So for these I got first 10 tornado reports, but only 8 showing. Let's wait. What's the title of my stream? What's the title? Let's see. Alright. This storm's probably going to be the biggest issue from now on here. Yeah. Look at that, right? Just near Beggs, Oklahoma. Right, this is moving it to the enhanced risk. You can see definitely significant circulation trying to form there. Likely we'll have a tornado soon if there's not already a tornado there. Let's see, is the new SPC outlook out now? Still not updated on the map, so it's already out for like 12 minutes if they haven't updated the map, bro. Versus, so really, we have more activity ongoing now. Is this still tornado possible up here? No, that had a little bit of a supercell shape earlier. We do have these big hail producers up here. These have very little tornado threat, if any. Actually, this one has a nice little kind of hook shape to it almost, but it doesn't have rotation. I wonder what's causing that. These are supercells, but just not the typical tornadic supercells you would see. Yeah, this is going to be our main concern here. Is that a debris? Is that debris? Potentially a tornado on the ground or about to be on the ground here near just to the north of Beggs, Oklahoma. Let me update the title here. There we go. Let's see, new SPC outlook out now. Still not. How slow is the storm projection center, bro? Just move a new outlook out already. But anyways, this is very concerning. This could easily be our next cyclic supercell here, like we saw at Tulsa supercell and at Michigan supercell earlier. This could be our next big storm here. That is a little concerning there. That might be a little CC drop there. Hard to tell though. If that grows on the next scan and it lines up still for velocities, I'll call it a CC drop. Alright, we have a new scan in here. Still have a little CC drop there. I'll see if it lines up with the velocities in a minute. But, sheesh, I still don't have a 1Z outlook out on the map. That's crazy. Alright, we finally got some more viewers here. There may be a tornado on the ground here just to the north. Oh yeah, that's definitely a tornado on the ground near Beggs, Oklahoma. This all started earlier where we had, where is it? We had a tornado somewhere over here in Oklahoma. It started with the tornadoes near Bristow, Oklahoma. Then that tracked all the way up towards Tulsa. We now have this storm here. Observed tornado warning. That could be a potentially strong tornado there on the ground. What about the tornado today? There's been multiple tornadoes today. There was a catastrophic, deadly tornado that hit Michigan earlier. Basically wiped like 4 homes off of her foundations completely. Probably gonna be rated EF3, EF4. There's been these tornadoes in Oklahoma, multiple of them. And we probably haven't even peaked in our event yet. Most of our enhanced risk has been untouched by this tornadic activity. This is going to be the start of our big round here of tornadoes here. So this is not going to. Oh yeah, still have that CC drop there. Waiting for our latest velocity scan. Alright. They still don't have the 0Z SPC outlook map out. This is like the slowest I've ever seen them. It seems that tornado is already starting to weaken there. We had a brief, potentially significant tornado there in Oklahoma. This is in like the most favorable environment right now as it moves to the east of Winchester towards like south of Bixby, eventually out towards Coweta. That's probably going to produce some more tornadoes. What about the tornado today? Which tornado? There's been like 10 tornadoes today across Oklahoma and Michigan. Yeah, this is probably going to be our next big supercell here. It's been forming over the last couple of hours now. It's probably going to eventually move off towards Wagoner, just that area here. So if you're in Wagoner, pay attention to this storm. If you know anyone in this area here, to the south of Broken Bow, west of Wagoner in Oklahoma, make sure to let them know about this. Share this stream with them so that they can stay informed. I'm gonna have to go for a minute before this gets too significant. I'll be back pretty soon. have a new SPC Outlook out now. Alright, let's see if it. Uh-oh, that's not good. Why does it always disconnect? Alright, let me get it reconnected here. Let me find it. Wait a second, what am I doing? I'm confusing this PC Outlook with it. You're telling me there's still haven't updated the Storm Protection Center Outlook map? That's crazy. How long has it been out? Like 20 minutes and they still haven't updated it? Maybe my internet's just. There we go. Oh, like larger 10% hatched area there. Alright, interesting. Decrease the hail risk. So now your tornado is basically just driving the entire enhanced risk now. So that's very interesting. We'll see what happens with this storm here, because this could be very dangerous for those of the path. Yeah, it's already recycled, it looks like, almost. We still have a tornado on the ground, but it seems this weaker is probably going to recycle. It's a little messy right now as it gets up to the east towards Coretta Wagner. It's probably going to be a much more well-defined supercell, like we saw with the supercell that went near Tulsa. We still have these hailstorms up here in southeastern Nebraska. Yeah, here's your new SPC outlook. All this enhanced risk. That's your 10% SIG-1 tornado risk, which means there's a chance of seeing EF2, EF3 tornadoes. On average, 1 in every 4 or 5 tornadoes will be strong. And that's kind of like what we've been seeing today, except with like the Michigan event, where we're like potentially an EF4 and like a 2% tornado risk, but we don't talk about that. How close is it to Lincoln? It's basically on top of Lincoln right now. So if you're in Lincoln, severe thunderstorms. It's literally all on top of Lincoln, essentially. Mostly just going to be some large hail and just some heavy rainfall, but luckily no tornadoes. Oh yeah, there's a new hook farming on this over Winchester. That is very concerning. Is that a hook or is it just a merger? I don't even know anymore. I think that's a hook though. If this storm could get some mergers like the other cell did that went through Tulsa, I think this has a big potential for EF2, EF3 cyclic supercell there. What is it? Isolated severe thunderstorms in my area. Nice. These storms aren't really anything for a tornado threat. These are what's going to. This is the start of our couple of supercells. Eventually, going to upscale into a QLCS, probably. If these just stayed supercells, we would probably be seeing a pretty significant tornado outbreak, like we already have seen. From what I heard in Union City, Michigan, there were multiple fatalities, numerous injuries, numerous houses significantly damaged or destroyed. At least 4 homes were wiped clean off of their foundation. We don't have a lot of specific information on that, but there's been a lot of recovery efforts. So I will have more information on that over the coming days as we get tornado ratings and NWS surveys and stuff. Actually, let me search it up. Let's see, do we have any new information on the Union City tornado? Well, this supercell cycling. They're working to clear debris, it seems like. For, I'm getting so many weather alerts for my location now. Um, let's see. Not seeing a ton of new information about it. They still haven't officially confirmed fatalities. But likely were some fatalities with that tornado there. Who's spamming smiley faces in the chat? All right. Let why over 3,000. Oh, that's not good. Oh, is that a how is there still a tornado with this literally weakest rotation? Alright. Alright, the NWS thinks the tornado has lift even if it's still a small TDS. If it is, it's either a dissipating tornado or just a weak little tornado that's still on the ground. But again, this is going to move off towards like south of Bixby, Coweta, eventually all the way up towards Wagoner. So if you're in those areas, make sure you are in shelter. If you're in Wagoner, be prepared to get to shelter in the next hour. Yeah, you can still see that definite area of rotation there. This supercell is kind of messy right now, but should organize over the next 30 minutes to an hour and bring a significant tornado threat. If we just turn on the tornado threat, you can see this whole area, 10% hatch tornado risk. This is where we're likely going to have a greatest chance of strong tornadoes. So if you're in any of that, Kansas City is our largest city in that area. So hopefully nothing bad happens in Kansas City. But with how this event's been going, there's probably gonna be like an EF5 tornado right in downtown Kansas City. Don't take my word for it, but that's probably what's going to happen. We need to issue like a tornado watch for like this strip of land right here, because like this is the only area along our thing that does not have a tornado watch, which is kind of strange. 1.75-inch hail now for our Higman storm that's moving into southern Lincoln now. So if you're in southern Lincoln, Nebraska, you need to be indoors away from windows. This could cause some significant damage, this could severely injure you if it hits you, so do not go outside in this. But if you just stay indoors, you'll probably be fine. Except if like the hail starts flying through your window, but in that case, like you shouldn't even be near a window during a hailstorm, so that's kind of your fault. Still seeing some rotation with this. Looks kind of disorganized, honestly. But I think we still have a tornado somehow down here. This thing's managing to produce a tornado with like winds weaker than like a fart. Like what the rotation is like? What is that rotation? 30 on 7. About 30.2 on like 6.7. If we have it together, that's like 37 miles an hour. Somehow there's still a TDS. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's even happening anymore. Let's see. How do we do this? There we go. There we go. That should work. Anyways, the rotation seems to be getting weaker on this cell. Hopefully this stays that way. It continues to get weaker, but it is moving into a pretty good environment, so we're probably going to get a tornado from that eventually. I'm still surprised they haven't issued a tornado watch for like this area down here, western Arkansas, northern Texas, and also like Kansas City kind of area too. That's very, very, very interesting how they haven't done that yet. You have a question? What is your question? Is the tornado going to eat my hat? Tornadoes are even alive. See, even if it was an EF5 tornado, it's gonna suck up your house and wipe it clean and suck you up too. It's not gonna eat your house. A tornado cannot eat something because it is not alive. Instead, it just destroys stuff, which basically has the same effect anyways, but it does not eat your house. Why does this kind of look like a supercell? But there's not gonna be a tornado because it's like high-based convection, so there's like no tornado for it unless you manage to get the base to stretch down to like thousands of feet, which would be insane with this. I doubt there's gonna be any tornado threat up here though. Going back down here, that continues to get messier right now. You hear thunder? I think I hear thunder too. Oh yeah, that's some heavy rain, maybe some small hail. That's not just a normal thunderstorm. Wait, let me look out my window to see if I can see the thunderstorm. I don't know what's happening, but I'm trying to pull up my window, but I'm trying to pull up my window, but it's like curving. Is it going into Lincoln? Yes, it is indeed going into Lincoln with multiple flashes of lightning a minute. Alright, let's see if it can... I don't think my window's gonna... Let me try my other window. If this window doesn't... Oh yeah. Just saw a big flash of lightning. Oh no, I'm scared. What if I fly away? That's not gonna help, really. But you can't even fly away. It's literally on top of a city. There's no time to escape. The doom is impending. It is already here. You have no time to escape. I wonder if I turn off my light for a second. I wonder if I can see it better. Oh yeah, lightning strikes there. I wonder if I can show it on my live stream here. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work very... Wait. Yeah, big lightning strikes out here. Big lightning strikes. Alright, let's see what's happening with the tornadoes. That's big. That's not really that big, really. I've seen better lightning strikes. Wow. Is that a random little spinny tornado here? How? Um, this thing looks like this thing's more messy than like all the other storms. Alright, this is a tornado, possible severe thunderstorm warning. I don't know how this thing even. But does it even look tornado possible anymore? Oh no, where'd YouTube go? Where'd YouTube? There we go, there's YouTube. I thought I lost YouTube for a second. We have some storms up here in Missouri. Yeah, that's basically not gonna do anything. These storms out here in Kansas seem to be struggling for some reason. Like, we are supposed to get potentially strong to intense tornadoes out here. Your house is shaking. That's normal during a thunderstorm. Like, lightning is even like lightning is very deadly if you get struck by it, because lightning is very hot, and heat does very bad stuff to you if there's enough heat. And lightning is like 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, so like you don't want to get struck by lightning. Or can we? Yeah, this thing's just becoming a bejumbled mess of stuff. Unless we could get something good to fire down here or up north. This event's looking like it's pretty much over. Gritty? No gritty. I don't do gritty in my live streams anymore. I just show my cat if I hit 10 likes. Alright, we got new viewers coming. We have a tornado warning down here south of Broken Bow. Oklahoma here, not much rotation on that. Not much on this tornado warning up here. Mainly just some kind of messy setup here. It looks like our event is pretty much over unless these supercells out here can do something, which I doubt they'll really do much at this point. We'll have to watch this outflow boundary too here. That might be the reason these stars are struggling, because of the outflow boundary. That might be the main reason. Alright, this tornado watch has been expanded even farther north. Yeah, this event peaked. Yeah, this isn't looking super good anymore. Unless we can get, like, these supercells to reorg. Yes, these supercells are cooked. All this stuff is just, like, clusters of thunderstorms. This is not even close to being surface-based. This stuff's struggling, too. These are like our last hope of getting any more tornado, and those ones are looking basically the same. So this event's pretty much over at this point. This event's pretty much over until I could get that QLCS to get fully established, which you could see that's not going very well so far. That's not going very well. So this might be really, after these tornado warnings expires, this event might be pretty much over for a tornado threat, really. Is it striking your house? No, not yet. I don't think so. Oh, I just saw that. Alright, it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain here. Alright, this is. I hear raindrops. Here, I hear raindrops. If it does, where are you hiding? Well, I'm pretty much fine here, but if there's like a tornado, I'm just hiding in my bathroom. But there's not gonna be a tornado because up new metal scale complex of. Oh, so these are going to. So the QLCS is still forming right now. Alright. So it says works. Alright. Might have spoken a little too early on that. It sees our severe firestorm warnings up here have been canceled. That's good news, but we still have to worry about this stuff from literally northeastern Oklahoma into west central Missouri. Goo goo gaga. What the heck, bro? Huh? Is it already over? Ow! My knee! Is it already over? Oh, nope. I'm not saying that. Is it already over for Lincoln, bro? Wait, but it's all kind of becoming one big mass. It's kind of like the slime I made earlier. It basically just became a floppy. It became a floppy, slimy mass of glue and paint. That's literally what it became. It was no longer slime. Whoa, why is it windy outside? I think it might be a little more than 5 miles an hour outside. I have you. I have you. Goo. What? Huh? Can you like say that in English? But good luck on your stream. Oh, you have to go. Alright. Time to go to bed at like 11 p.m. Alright, bye. Alright, anyways, we still have this tornado warning down here. Week rotation. In fact, probably gonna get canceled. This one, we're gonna have to watch for a little bit, but as this becomes a QLCS, we're going to have to watch for more brief circulations. Not looking super great right now. It looks like it's just a bunch of rain and showers, but eventually this will become something. Zero viewers. Alright, we now have confirmed fatalities from the tornado that hit Union City area. Alright. Total tornado outbreak fatality counts up to 5. More will likely be confirmed over the coming days. Alright. We have shrunken that tornado warning. Alright, it seems our rotation is starting to pick back up here. This is not good. If you are in Oneta to the south of Broken Arrow to the west and northwest of Coweta, you need to be in your safe spot. Oh my goodness, that's going to hit Oneta right on there, and that could have some rotation with it. Although it seems kind of disorganized as of now, but still make sure you're still in your safe spot. You are still under a tornado warning. Within this QLCS, once it gets fully developed here, we could still see multiple strong to intense EF2 to EF3 tornadoes in this line here. It seems kind of disorganized now, but ooh, is that an area of rotation there? Is that an area of... I don't know. Potentially. We'll have to watch all these storms here to see if they do much. Yeah. Going back to our outlook, these storms are already most of our way for the enhanced risk up here. So I think our main strong tornado threat is going to mostly be western Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, into northeastern Texas here. We actually have storms firing out here, guys. In southeastern Oklahoma here, we have a storm. I'm not seeing, that's too far away from any radar to be able to tell much. We also have this storm out here near Paris, Texas. We will have to watch that as well, but these storms could easily have a significant EF2, EF3 tornado threat as they move off to the north and east. Alright. Not seeing much for rotations down here. We do have a new tornado warning surprise. Where's the rotation? Maybe we're... Oh gosh. Yeah. Maybe they're warning this entire... I'm confused. Why are they issuing a tornado warning for this rotation? Well, the NWS knows more than me, I guess. So, if you're in south of Claremore, east of Broken Arrow, southwest of Pryor Creek, and north and northwest of Wagner in Oklahoma, get in your safe spot immediately. You're under a tornado warning. A tornado will be possible over the next hour, along with hail, up and along with some small hail in some areas. Not seeing a reason why we need a tornado warning with this, but I guess the NWS does what the NWS does best. Alright. So apparently we're still gonna see strong to intense tornadoes within this line here. Wait. We could still see a strong to intense tornado of the line, I mean. What we're saying, at least too low. Your main threat's going to be tornadoes. We're seeing some rotation with that storm. We're seeing some rotation with this storm. Yeah, definitely rotation trying to pick back up there. Definitely worthy of a tornado warning. So if you're in these areas and these severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warnings here, make sure you are in your safe spots, especially in the tornado warnings. I would say even in the severe thunderstorm warning, because you could still get a brief tornado unwarned. If you were in NOLA, Chotu, New Tulsa, Oneta, or Fair Oaks in Oklahoma, you need to be in your safe spot now as you are under a tornado warning for the next hour. And remember, our main tornado threat is supposed to be out here. That's where our highest tornado threat is supposed to be, but according to the tornado watches, we really haven't seen any tornado warnings out there, so from how this is going, this might end up like busting in this area. If you would use the word bust for this. Oh yeah, the rotation is definitely trying to strengthen back up in that area. Let's go up in the atmosphere. Yeah, definitely some rotation trying to reform there. Ooh, yeah. This is definitely worthy of a tornado warning there. We could see a tornado fell for the next 15-20 minutes, so if you're in these areas, make sure you stay in your safe spots where maybe a tornado on the ground or soon on the ground. This is looking nice up here. This is looking pretty nice. Oh, watch that. There could be a brief tornado on the ground there, so if you are to the north of Vinita in Oklahoma, make sure if you see a tornado, get to your safe place or send a report to the local National Weather Service in Tulsa, and they will issue a tornado warning if you see a tornado. Looking here, yep, definitely strong velocities on that side. We just need the velocities on this side here, and we will definitely have a tornado with that storm there. Should have a new radar scan coming in very soon. Is this a new radar scan? Yep. Do we have our new velocity scanning? Yep, still significant. Yep, reforming rotations there. That could be a tornado. I'm not super sure as of now. If that stays on the next scan and lines up with the rotation, but still, I'll call it a tornado. There we go. Alright, alright, alright. Yep. We definitely could have a tornado on the ground. Let's wait for the next scan. Let's see, how many people do we have looking at this one morning? Only 5. That's surprising. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that went away. Let's wait for our next velocity scan to see if it gets stronger or stays the same or gets weaker. And that is basically going to get very, 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 very close to during already cooked. Well, I think the storms passed. Well, some of the storms. We're gonna get some heavy rainfall, but we're probably not cooked yet. Keyword is yet. Not today, at least. Maybe in a few days, but not now. Oh, yeah. That is probably a tornado on the ground are forming there. That is a dangerous circulation there. That's exactly what we're going to see in this line. We're going to see these small embedded circulations. Yep, they upgraded to a confirmed tornado on the ground. Take shelter immediately if you're in. That's going to have Tursinola and Choctaw in Oklahoma. And this is a dangerous situation. Oh yeah, that's going to get very close to New Tulsa. It's very close to Aneta. There's a lot of homes in Ola, Choctaw. Yeah, there's a lot of homes in the path of this potentially. There's a tornado on the ground. It's only a matter of time until we see a debris ball on radar. That could be it right there, although that's very, very small and could just be corruption from the radar like the rest of us. Yeah, definitely a tornado on the ground here now, guys. This is not looking very good. Wait, is that a tornado there? Oh wait, the circulation is already dissipating. That's a great example of how quickly these can dissipate. We didn't even really have a CC drop in it. Probably still was a tornado, but with the scan after they issue an observed tornado warning, it's already basically completely dissipating. This storm seems to no longer have a major tornado threat anymore. This storm up here is not. I would watch this for maybe a tornado threat. A lot of the tornadoes will go undetected due to happening between scans or just being in areas where there's kind of a radar hole. So even if you're just a severe thunderstorm warning, still act like there's a tornado. Because sometimes it's not going to be tornado possible. Sometimes it's just going to be a severe thunderstorm warning with a spin-up tornado. Yeah, this is a very organized section here. These area here is likely where we would see the highest tornado threat. And then you have those damaging wind gusts potentially. I would say a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust with this area here. So areas to the north of Joplin, northern Joplin, Carthage, Lamar, you're likely going to get some wind gusts 60 to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts there from a severe thunderstorm, so make sure you are indoors. Look up, yep, 3 there. Alright, we have a potential tornado still on the ground just to the southwest of New Tulsa, Oklahoma, that likely lifted though. And we have a severe thunderstorm with potential 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts up here heading towards Joplin, Carthage, and Lamar and Jasper in what is this? In Missouri here. So if you're in Missouri here, besides Polygon, make sure you indoors. We may have a tornado on the northern end here, and there's likely some 60 to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts along this area here from near Apollos all the way down to near Columbus here. This is a dangerous storm. You do not want to be outside in this. Take shelter indoors now. And this is obviously a populated area here. Velocity will take a minute to update, but we probably, yeah, the tornado threat's probably decreased. Oh my goodness, we may have some 70 to 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We're heading right into Nashville. In Missouri here, if you're in Joplin, Carthage, if you're in Carthage to the north of Joplin here, you will likely get some 60 to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But this area here, Jasper, Lamar, you could get some 70 to 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts, likely 70, 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts if the radar is correct. So yeah, we may see a brief tornado or two right here, but overall not looking too much like a tornado threat. Yeah, that rotation's really weakened. This is looking kind of messy now. Oh yeah, we do have this out here though. We could see some brief tornadoes of that interestingly. Special weather statement including Omaha, Nebraska. Just half-inch hail there. Like half-dollar size. Is that quarter-sized hail? No, that's not even. It's like penny-sized hail, I guess. I don't know. I kind of mixed up half-dollar with half-inch. But half an inch is a lot less than half-dollar sized. I don't understand why we still have this tornado warning out here, but because like we don't even have much rotation further up in the atmosphere really either, so it's kind of confusing. Yeah, not much else to talk about here. Seems to kind of be underperforming right now. Might end the stream off here. Good night, everyone.